guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you my no foundation makeup look. So if you'd like to know how I got this look, then please continue to watch. Okay, so I'm going to begin by moisturizing my skin, and I've been using this coconut skin smoothie primer from First Aid Beauty. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that first. This product has a little bit of a sheen to it, so when you put it underneath makeup, it has a nice little bit of glow to it. And even if you're not wearing makeup, I find you can still wear this product and it looks very natural, but it gives your skin like a nice glow to it. I do find that this product does make my makeup last a little bit longer, but today, since this is a no foundation makeup look, I just want this product to give my skin like a nice glow to it. So after I apply my moisturizer slash primer, next I'll go ahead and apply my sunscreen. This is the Lancome SPF 50, but I would suggest that you apply this product maybe like 2 to 3 minutes after you've applied this moisturizer. And the reason for that is because I find that this tends to ball up if you apply it straight after applying your moisturizer. And I've tried it with several different moisturizers and it seems to do the same thing. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions for a better SPF, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd really appreciate it. So after I apply my moisturizer and my sunscreen, I apply my eye cream, and I'm right now using the MAC Fast Response eye cream. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some of that underneath the eyes. And because this is like a no foundation makeup look, you want your skin to really be prepared very well so that your skin looks its best, essentially. So now that I've prepared my skin, I'm going to begin by taking this NudeStix Nudies in the shade Bondi Bay. And this is like one of those cream bronzers. So you have the bronzer on the one side and then you have the brush on the other side. I have never used this brush. I don't really prefer to use it. I prefer to use my own brushes. I'm gonna take this product and I'm gonna apply it straight onto the skin. Now you can either put it directly onto your brush that you're gonna be using to apply it, so you can apply it right onto here, or you can go straight onto the skin, but this blends out pretty easily, so I don't feel like I need to put it on the brush or anything like that. I can just go straight in onto my skin. So I'm gonna apply some right here, and I kind of start like here. I know where we're gonna blend it out, so I know it looks kind of crazy now, but I just kind of like stripe it on, and a little bit up here, and a little bit on my jawline. Then once I have this product on, I take a Sigma large angled contour brush, looks like this, and I'm just gonna blend it out. And I'm going to blend upwards because I don't usually use a like cream blush. I usually use this product as my blush and my bronzer. So I typically will blend upwards so that this spot right here isn't left blank. So now that I have my bronzer on, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. And for brows, I like to keep it very simple, so I usually use a brow powder. This one from Tarte is the one that I use, and it is in the shade Rich Brown. It's the Amazonian Clay Volumizing Brow Powder. So what I do is I just brush out my eyebrows like this. And then I go ahead and just very lightly fill in any gaps. So I'm not trying to build an entire brow here because this is supposed to be like a no foundation makeup look. So I'll kind of go through wherever I have a little bit of holes or like sparse areas and just fill in those sections. Like, and again, I'm not trying to, you know, make my brows look very defined because this is a more of a natural makeup look. So just like here, I have like a bald spot. So I'll typically just fill that in like that. And then I'll very lightly go over the top here just to add a little bit of definition. And then I kind of like bring it around. Now if I make any mistakes, I just wipe it off like that. And then I like to just like brush through my brows really well, making sure that it all looks very blended. Alright, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and set them, and I always use this Benefit Ready Set Brow to set my eyebrows. I really like it, and I feel like it makes your brow powder last all day long. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set these in place. And I do like to brush upwards and then kind of like go like this, so it looks a little more natural. Alright, so now that my brows are set, I'm gonna go ahead and even out my skin tone. So anywhere that I have like a little bit of hyperpigmentation, so like right here and like up here, I am going to apply a little bit of concealer. And I've really been liking this MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette in the shade medium. So I usually just mix like a few shades because I have a really hard time finding a concealer that matches me perfectly. So I usually mix like these two up here, which is NC30 and NC35, kind of like to get my perfect match. And if you have like a really dark spot, like this one's faded quite a bit, but if it was even darker, I would suggest to use like this peachy color on the bottom first, this one right here, and put that on and then apply the concealer. But since mine's lightened up quite a lot, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply the concealer. And I can't stress this enough, but this really needs to match your skin perfectly, otherwise it's gonna look like you highlighted a blemish essentially. And just make sure you blend it in really well until it kind of like just disappears. If you can see it a little bit, it's not a big deal. I mean, this is after all a no foundation makeup look, so it looks a little more natural when your skin is not so perfect. I have another blemish right here, so I'm gonna cover that up. So to conceal under the eyes, I like to use a concealer that is not super duper full coverage, like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. That one's really full coverage because, again, we're going for a more natural, no foundation makeup look. So I like using the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I use it in the shade Ginger. I do like to use a concealer that is closer to my skin tone, so not something that's super brightening, but this one is actually a shade too dark for my skin tone right now, so I'm going to mix a little bit of the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost, and that's just to lighten up the shade. If you have a concealer that matches your skin tone or is just a hair lighter than your skin tone, you can go ahead and apply that alone. But like I said, this one's a little bit dark for me right now, so I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Light Boost. And when you apply your concealer, you want to apply very little, because if you apply too much, for one, I find like my concealer really creases a lot, and for two, again, we're going for that no makeup look, so you definitely don't want to apply too much concealer. Now you can use your finger to go ahead and blend this in, but I like using a brush, and for this I like to use the Sephora Airbrush number 57. It looks like this. It's perfect for getting in there, and it doesn't leave your skin looking super caked on. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. And then whatever left over on the brush, I just go ahead and cover up the veins in my upper eyelid, but just like using just whatever's left over on the brush after you're done blending everything out. And then I'm gonna use the CoverFX Perfect Setting Powder. This is in Translucent Light. And I'm gonna use this to set my under eyes. Just one last dab. And I'm gonna use the Real Techniques setting brush to do this. It looks like this. And like, you really don't need a lot. You need very, very little. So just go ahead and press that in underneath the eyes. And this is just gonna lock the concealer in place and make sure it lasts a really, really long time on the eyes. And whatever's left over on the brush again, I just use to apply to my upper eyelid to ensure that that one doesn't crease or go anywhere throughout the day. We're gonna move on to my favorite part, which is the highlighter. And for this, I'm gonna be using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured Creme. And this is in the color Champagne Pop. You can use any cream highlighter that you have. I find creams work the best with this look. And I'm gonna apply it right here at the top of my cheekbones, just using my finger. And up here, right above the brow bone. So I'm applying with my ring finger and then blending with my middle finger. And then I like going like this, like in a C shape. And again, blend with your middle finger or just a different finger. And I do also apply a little bit to my nose. And just a little bit on my cupid's bow. Okay, so now that I've curled my lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the mascara. And I'm gonna apply the mascara just to my upper lashes, not the lower ones. And the last thing that I usually do is I will either do one of two things. I'll either just apply like a glossy lipstick or like a cream lipstick, or I'll do a lip liner with a lip gloss over top. So for today, I'm gonna use the MAC lipstick in the shade Hug Me. This is a very natural color. It's sort of like your My Lips But Better color. And it is a luster finish, so my lips are gonna show through. So that is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please do leave it in the comment section down below. If you have any video suggestions, I'd love to hear it too, so leave that in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!